Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
There we go.
Morning.
Getting everybody in here. That's wonderful. We've got a few online students as well. Great to see you as well. Lane, it's been so long seeing you. Glad you're here. It's wonderful.
Me too.
Looks like we even have some middle school students here. Great. We'll keep admitting people into our assembly as they come in. All right. There we go. We'll admit a few more in. As teachers come on, you can go ahead and start sharing the screen with everyone. You should be able to see the screen and go see people coming on. There's a few more. Excellent. As we get started, I'm going to share my screen with you so that we can keep seeing that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, here we are, creating I'mPossible from the Impossible Assembly. There we go. Let's keep looking. Get that ready to go. Okay, we're all ready for the assembly. There we go. There we are. There we are. We're getting people in here. And as we come in, there's a few more coming in. Excellent. So as your class, it has the screen, the teacher should have the assembly screen up on the projector. And we're grateful that you're all here this morning, excited for our assembly. The first one that we're in our classrooms instead of the gym. So I'm hoping you're getting all excited, pumped up for this assembly in your classes. I can start seeing some of you. That's great. Love it. Great stuff. Yeah, there we go. We got some waivers. Great. We'll keep admitting people in as they come on. And creating I'mPossible from the Impossible Assembly here. We're going to see if this works to start us out. Okay. I don't know if the volume is up there as we start our assembly. You've seen this video. Wait for everybody to be coming in. I think we have just a few more coming in.
We are family. Better stay 6 feet away. We are family.
Yes, just call Cheryl. She's working with Mr. Hookman's class. So she wants to help him with that.
Don't get any closer to me. We are family.
Thumbs up if you can hear it all right. All right, good. We've got some people thumbing up.
So I don't know how we should we all try to get into it?
All of the people around us, they say, the students know how to follow these guidelines. So put your mask over your lips and your nose.
Go ahead and
Family. Better stay 6 feet
We've
away.
got a few people coming in.
see yourself.
We are
But you have to stay 6 foot apart.
Gotta wear your mask every day.
Gotta wear your
We
mask.
are family. Don't get any closer to me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing.
Summer is done and we've just begun to go back to class. High hopes we have for your future. Sure, we might get confused, but here's what we call our COVID rules. Protect you and protect me too. We won't go wrong. We are an awesome school. We are family. We're learning at our school every day. We are family.
Use your iPad too.
Please don't share anything. We are family. Let's help each other stay safe. We are everybody insane. We are family. Better stay 6 feet away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are family. Gotta wear your mask every day. We are family. Don't get any closer to me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing.
Oh, good job. You guys dancing, that's great. Okay.
All right. Glad we were able to see that. Better make sure I get this switched off. Okay. Let me go ahead and share. We still have a couple of people coming in still. Want to make sure we have everybody in. Let me go ahead and share our item here.
So he can hear you.
So just so you're aware, so we're creating I'mPossible from the Impossible. Hopefully you've been able to get your little pin. I have mine here on my mask for Wilder Elementary, I'mPossible. That's our theme this year. Want to make sure that we can kick the year off right with this assembly. But before we start into my message, I have someone for you to meet. And so if Maria Loera, if you can go ahead and unmute yourself, you can go ahead and introduce yourself to our school and students.
Are we unmuted?
There we go. Good morning, everybody. Hi.
Say good morning.
Oh, what a big hello. Thank you. So I'm Mrs. Loera. I'm the school counselor. I've gotten to go into a few classrooms and meet you, but I know it's a busy time for everybody. Because of the restrictions that we have, I'm not able to go inside your classroom, but I am going to be in the building. And when I'm not in the building, I'm in the other building with the high school and the middle school. But I want you to know that I'm here for you. I'm here to someone to talk to, someone to listen to. That's what counselors do. We're just here to support you. It's okay to have a bad morning or a bad afternoon. So if you want someone to talk to, there is a little slip that I gave your teacher. She should have some here. She should have some, but if not, there's some in the office. It's just a form you're going to fill out with your name and your teacher. And when I get that form, I will pull you out of your class and talk to you. Whatever you say is just going to stay between us. It's confidential. However, there is a couple reasons that I may have to break that. If you tell me that you want to hurt yourself or hurt somebody else or that someone's in danger, then I would have to break that and let an adult know. But as long as that doesn't happen, whatever you say is just between us. So I just want to say hello. I'm so excited to be here, and I hope to get to meet everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, Maria. We appreciate Mrs. Loera and all she does. You may have already seen her out on the playground. She might be coming around to classrooms still if she hasn't made it to your classroom, just to wave hi from the doorway. We appreciate all of her work and how she is able to take care of our needs and be able to have someone to talk to. She's very nice and we appreciate her. And the fun facts that she didn't share that I will share is she also speaks Spanish, which is really fun. So if you want to learn Spanish or you feel more comfortable using Spanish, She can.
Can you hear anything, Mr.
bilingual.
Carlisle?
Yeah, Steve. You can't hear me? Steve, what did you say? Okay, thumbs up if we can hear me. There we go. Okay, just wanted to make sure. So appreciate that, Mrs. Loera.
Mr.
Next.
Carlisle,
Oh, yes.
use iPads.
Use iPads.
Yes.
It works better on the iPad.
Well, when you AirPlay, it takes off the ability to hear. So you have to do the laptop. I think probably most of the class can hear on my end.
Okay, so if you're using the laptop, you have to use the laptop only so it can be heard. If you have an iPad as well, then you can log in with the iPad to AirPlay and have your laptop. Is that what you're saying?
Well, with the iPad, if every student had an individual iPad, they can all do Zoom without a problem. But if you use a laptop and you connect to AirPlay, it takes away the ability to hear anything.
Got it. Okay.
I don't know if you can hear us or not, but
Yeah, I can hear you just.
Well,
now you can. I took off AirPlay.
Oh.
I know Brittany couldn't hear anything with her MacBook. She restarted everything and it's working now. So Brittany restarted everything on her MacBook.
Okay, through
And it
MacBook or
worked.
through AirPlay? Because mine's working just fine. I didn't restart or anything, but it didn't work through AirPlay.
Yeah.
I had to switch to my iPad.
Okay.
We got the technical difficulties worked out. It's our first Zoom assembly, so you always have some of those technical difficulties. Well, thanks, Steve and Carmen and Carolyn, for helping us work through that. It's a work in progress, and thank you, Mrs. Loera, for introducing yourself. As we move on, we have what I want to mention next is our paw drawings. This happens each Friday. I've had a couple of classes who have let me know that they are ready for paw drawings, so I might just stop by at your door, check and see if you have paws ready or not for students. If you do, I will go ahead and do a drawing today, just after our assembly here. You can earn paws in various ways in your studio. So you can earn paws by just being creative in your work. You could earn paws by demonstrating habits of mind. You can earn paws by being a successful learner or persistent in your work. Being able to show those good habits, those good qualities, moving from the pack up to the kitten and cub and becoming a wildcat. And that's what we want to do. So these are wildcat paws. We give those out to those who are earning them. And so we want all of you students to be able to earn lots of these paws. Your teacher has those. And I have a sheet. So if there are any teachers who might need some more, I do have a blank sheet here. We can make copies for you and get those to you as well. But so I wanted to introduce that to you as we make ourselves possible. We want to remember that as we try and work through the impossible things, this paw print really helps us understand the progress we're making in making that positive impact in our lives and in the school. Talking about that positive impact and earning paws, I wanted to share a message with you. And with this message, I wanted to show you some pictures. So these are some pictures. You might recognize some people here, and whether you came in the door, whether you came on the bus, getting your breakfast. There's a lot of people in our lives that help us through the impossible times, the difficult times that we face. And to some degree or another, right now is a difficult time as we come to school during COVID, as we try and have friends and make friends through our social distancing and through our masks. It's really hard when we're wearing a mask to show our smiles, those things that help us understand that we're happy and that things are going well. And it's hard to talk a little bit through the masks from a distance And so I just want to encourage you all and help you understand that we all are here together and we make things possible as we work together. So I want you to understand that as you work on creating I'mPossible from the impossible, know that that's a team effort. That's an effort that we all have to work on. So I want to do just a quick little exercise and share my message, and then we'll finish our assembly this morning. But I want you to do this. I want you to take a moment right now at your desk, in front of your device or your computer, and I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to pause and actually take that breath in. Hold the breath for a little bit, and then slowly let it out. And as you do that, I want you to think about someone who has helped you today, whether it was the person who handed you your breakfast, whether it was you're at home doing remote learning, the online learning, and you had one of your parents make you breakfast, whatever that was, someone who helped you already this morning, someone who helped you today, whether it was someone in your studio, someone as you came to school, or at home. I want you to think of those memories, think of those thoughts, who has helped you already today. And as you take that breath and as you release that and you pause, that can help you feel grateful for the things that are going well in your life, the things that are happening. And I can think of a number of things already this morning that I am so grateful. And it's been people who have cared enough to take the time to do something nice, to do something helpful. They've thought about other people's needs above their own. And so I want you to all remember that as we create I'mPossible from the impossible situations in our life. I want you to take one more breath and release it. And I want you to think about things that you might be able to do to help others, whether it's someone in your class to help them feel more comfortable, something that you maybe can say to them that's encouraging, help them understand that maybe reading or math might be hard for them, but you can encourage them and help them to keep trying, to be persistent. Remember those habits of mind. Give that encouragement to them. As simple as a thumbs up or a double thumbs up. Sometimes it's hard to smile, but our facial expressions, use our eyes to smile. Make sure that we understand that we're here to support each other. And so as you pause and think about both the things that have been done for you and the things that you can do for others, that makes a difference. And so I wanted to share these pictures just showing some of the great things, the help that we have every day that makes our school run so smoothly and helps us each day to be successful. I wanted to share just a couple of thoughts with you. As you pause, I want you to allow yourself to think, and I'm going to use the thought from Winnie the Pooh. Hopefully, thumbs up if you like Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is awesome. I love Winnie the Pooh. Look at that. We've got a lot of thumbs going up. So Winnie the Pooh, he said this. He said, doing nothing often leads to the very best of something. And if you know Winnie the Pooh, he always likes to have a thinking spot. And if you have a thinking spot, whether at your desk or at home, you can think about how you can do better each day, how you can make that impossible, difficult situation that you might be facing and turn it into something that says, I'm possible. I'm possible because I'm here at school. I'm possible because I can do my schoolwork and I can see and interact with my friends, even if it is through Zoom. And that's why I wanted to have this Zoom assembly so that we can have everybody at our school, both here in this building as well as at home. And so I really appreciate that. You know, there's someone else who I really like, Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins is awesome, and she has lots of fun quotes. And so here's one from Mary Poppins. She says, everything is possible, even the impossible. Hopefully you can learn that lesson as well, just like Mary Poppins. And as you go through things that you think are impossible, things that you think you can't do, that you can understand that I am possible and I can do hard things. And that will help you persist and work through those difficulties. So that's wonderful. I do want to share with you another quote, but this person you might not know. This person, they're a little bit older. Their name is Audrey Hepburn, but she said something very neat. She said, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible." And I want you to remember that. We have, in our school, we have a nice big bulletin board that we put up, and it has all of these balloons on it, helping us remember that we can lift ourselves up just like those balloons are going up. And on that board, it says, I'm possible. It's taken that word impossible, and it actually has put a little comma in there and a space to say, I'm possible. So the very word impossible lets us know that we are possible and that we can do those things. There's a couple more I want to share with you. Some of you, if you've ever had a dream, you might like this quote. This quote is, "To dream the impossible dream." That's something that we can do. We can dream about the possibilities, and then we can create those possibilities. I love the experience that we as a Wilder staff and faculty were able to do to create our video that I showed at the very beginning as you were coming on to the assembly. Some of you maybe didn't see it because you came on a little bit later, but that video of We Are Family, that came from an idea, a possibility. Someone said, here's a possibility, can we do this? And because of that possibility, what a wonderful video that you can watch and enjoy. And there's been a lot of people in our school and outside of our school who have seen that. And we appreciate those things. And so those start from those dreams that we start out with. And this year, you're going to have a lot of things to dream about, to think about. And as you do the work for those dreams, you'll be able to create I'm possible and create that dream that you are possible. Lastly, I love Disneyland. There's one thing that I have not done in my life yet, and that's go to Disneyland. And I have tickets to go to Disneyland, and I don't know that I'm going to use them because of COVID. What an impossibility, right? But you know what? I still love Disneyland, and I love Walt Disney. And this is a quote from Walt Disney. It says, "It's kind of fun to do the impossible." I hope you have a lot of fun this year. And as we start this year off, I want you to make sure that even though we might have some things that might seem impossible, you can still have fun. You can still create that fun. And I've seen that on the playground. I've seen that in the studios where you have had a lot of fun and you've created that fun because you have not given up on yourselves. And so as you go today, I want to make sure that I can see if you have your little pins that your teacher gave you that says, hey, I'm possible. If you have those, you can have those on your lanyards. You can wear those and you can be proud to know that you are possible. I like how shiny they are. I like how they can be seen around. We know what they mean. And so if you see me wearing it, you can remember that you're possible as well. And I have confidence in you. So I appreciate your time this morning. I appreciate all the things that you've been able to do. Typically, as we have assemblies, these assemblies will give awards out for good attendance. And so you want to make sure that you're coming to class, you're attending classes. We also give awards for those who are able to do some very positive things in their classrooms. And the teachers will pick one student from their class who is the student of the month. And so we'll be able to have these assemblies at the end of each month. We'll award those students who have gotten the awards for student of the month, for those who have had perfect attendance. So just make sure that you understand that, okay? And that you work really hard this year to do your best, both with your schoolwork, in the classroom, and we're gonna have an awesome year. So if you can go ahead, we're gonna do one last thing. I want to unmute all. I'm gonna unmute all, and what I wanna do is I want us to have, actually, wait a minute, before we do that, I need to ask a question. We're gonna do a cheer. We're gonna do a cheer for everyone at the end, but first, I sent out an email asking teachers if they had a cheer to share as a class and as a studio. And so I'm going to ask if there is someone who has a cheer, I want them to open up their chat feature and just message me privately or message everyone and say, we have a cheer. And I can already see some hands being raised. And I want to say that is, I'm trying to see whose class that is. That might be Miss Anderson's class, who has their hands raised up in the air. So we might start with her. And yep, so if we can go ahead, I'm going to unmute that, or Dee, if you can unmute yourself there, and we'll start with your class, Miss Anderson's class. They've got a cheer for us. Yes, Miss Anderson's class.
Can you hear us?
Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead, nice and loud.
Ready?
All right, Wildcats from 215, way to go. And the silent clap, I like that. Mrs. Loretta, that's perfect on Zoom when you're muted. Let people know, yay.
Did you
Wonderful.
hear their roar?
Yes.
Okay.
I can tell that they are super excited for this year already. Are there any more cheers? We can't leave just one class alone. Is there another cheer out there? I haven't got any more chats, and I'm not seeing hands raised. Okay, Hoover has one. Excellent. So we'll go to Myra or Mrs. Hoover, if you can unmute yourself.
There we go.
We can hear you.
Ready?
Ready?
Yeah, we're here.
1, 2, 3.
We are Wildcats, Mighty Wildcats. 140 is our studio. We work hard to increase what we know. So come and watch us grow.
Watch you grow. Yeah, all right. Okay, it looks like Miss Garcia's class. If you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, we'll go with her. And after that, we have our Mrs. Carey. We'll have her go after Miss Garcia.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we're good.
Can you hear? Okay. Okay. All right. Ready? Hold on. Let me. Wait. Wildcats, we are the best. Studio 245 is up for the test.
All right, 245. Way to go. Such a fun day this has been. And let's go ahead. Miss Carey, if you would like to unmute yourself, do a sound check.
Can you hear us?
Yep, you're good to
Can you
go.
hear me? Alrighty, ready? 1, 2, 3. We are the TLC team. Hear our roar! Roar!
A lot of roar themes. Woohoo! Yeah, that is wonderful. Okay, we are going to do our last cheer. I don't have any others in our chat box, and so we will go ahead and do our last cheer. And for this last cheer, what I would like for you to do is I'm going to unmute everyone, and let me make sure that I've got this. I'm going to unmute everyone, and on the count of 3, I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. What I would like us to do is very simple. I want to do Wildcats, I'm possible. Okay, so practice that. Wildcats, I'm possible. Okay, so we'll do 1, 2, and 3. Wildcats, I'm possible. I'm going to unmute everyone. After we say I'm possible, I want to hear everybody just clap as loud as you can. Are we ready? Thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, I'm unmuting everyone. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wildcats, I'm possible. That's our assembly.
Oh, hey, Miss Lawrence.